Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic Volume 5, Episode 12. Today we will be solving a supersized Norinori, which is a genre we've covered before. As always with these supersized puzzles, just like the bonus puzzles, you can watch me solve a simpler version of this by going back in the older episodes. That would be a great warm-up or orientation to the genre if you haven't seen it before or if it's a little rusty for you. One more thing before we get going. I've got an announcement / request. In a future volume, I would like to have a showcase of your puzzles. I would like to feature submissions from the viewers of the channel. If you are a puzzle constructor, if you even dabbled in that area, and you're interested in having your puzzle shown in this space, please head over to the Discord where there are further submission guidelines, and we'll see if we can't get you front and center. But for now, all we've got in front of us is this Norinori to tackle. So let's take a look at the rules. Norinori is a shading puzzle in which we will shade some 1x2 dominoes of cells so that every region contains exactly 2 shaded cells. So you can see that we have that in the solution here, a bunch of dominoes that are shaded, pretty self-explanatory. Every region contains exactly 2 cells. You can see up in this corner, this region of 2 cells. Both of them are shaded. We've got this larger region here that contains exactly 2 shaded cells, and so on. Shaded dominoes may not touch orthogonally. Orthogonally in a puzzle like this just means vertically or horizontally, so you can see the dominoes only touch at corners if at all. And finally, dominoes may exist in multiple regions but are not required to. Again, we can see that in the example. Some dominoes span across multiple regions, some are completely contained within one region. Those are all of the rules of Norinori, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's supersized Norinori was set by Freddie Hand. Let's look for dominoes in the regions because those are all givens. And we should take every advantage that affords us. And we can mark unshaded all of the cells surrounding those. Oh, here's another one. And there are more of those than I would expect in the grid, which is generous. And did I catch them all? I think so. We'll find out. Doing that has revealed some regions that only have 2 candidate cells remaining. So I'm going to mark those in right away. And some of those are themselves dominoes, so we can unshade neighbors. Well, at least that one is. This one and this one over here. One that has a knock-on effect of this one only having 2 candidates left. All right, so next, let's look at places where we've got 1 cell shaded and only one direction for it to go. So we got this one right there, make a domino, and this one will also make a domino. These 2 are in a similar state, going in both directions there. And that then will finish this region since we've got an unshaded cell and only 2 candidates. Other than that, these 2, neither one can grow into here because then we'd get a weird triomino here. So that is not shaded. So these go out like so. Oh, and that has given us this whole ring. So let's finish off the inside of it since it probably doesn't talk to the outside world at all. This cell can't be shaded because there's nowhere to make a domino there. So it's these 2. And that makes this not shaded and makes these 2 shaded. Okay, so we finished the inside of that. Let's see. This region can do... Oh, no. This has a shaded cell in it. Okay. So we only have one more shaded cell in this region, which means it's got to be at a border. And at a border where there could potentially be a shaded cell on the other side of the border. So that's only here. Anywhere in here we would need another shaded cell next to it, and we only have one we can do. So this one is the other one, and it goes out here to finish the domino. There isn't a shaded cell next to it, so this one is the other one in this region. That comes up here to make a domino. And the other cell in this region can't be this one in the corner because there's nowhere for it to go. It's got to be here, stretching out that way. One more in this region. It's got to be here, going that way. And then here, it just kind of keeps on going. Okay, but this has two directions. Regardless of which way it goes, this one's not going to be shaded because we can't have three in a group. And we're going to have one more in this region shaded, besides the one that is attached to this cell here. Down here, this one comes out to make a domino. Therefore, this is shaded. And again, two options there. This cell can't be shaded because there's nowhere to make a domino. So it's these two. That knocks onto this one. These can't touch each other, so we know which direction both of them go. This region needs one more cell. It's this one, and that's got to go over here to make a domino. This region only has two candidates left. And whichever way this one goes, this one's going to end up being unshaded. Which means we know how this one works, because if this were a domino, we would end up with three cells connected. So one of the three has to be this one, and this has to be the other one. Why did I say three? One of the two has to be this one, and this has to be the other one. Okay, this region, this 3-cell region, has an unshaded cell in it now, so these two are shaded. This becomes a domino here. This can go either direction. This can go either direction here. Either way, that's unshaded. This region has two candidates. They're therefore both shaded. That makes this the domino. And that makes this a domino. And in this region, we only have one candidate left. It's got to be that one. Okay. We just got to connect these two sides of the grid. How are we going to do that? I can disambiguate this region, because if this domino were to go west into this F pentomino here, then let me just show you what would happen. These would all become unshaded because they'd be next to this domino, but then we'd have no place to put a second shaded cell in the pentomino here. So that is not what happens. This does not go west. It goes south instead. But that doesn't tell me which of these two is shaded, I don't think. Whichever way this goes, this one's unshaded. Whichever way this one goes, this is unshaded. I doubt either of those is important. But if this were to go south to make a domino, then both of these would be unshaded, and that would break this 3-cell region. So this is not shaded. Therefore, the other two are. That finishes this domino. These two can't meet each other, so we know which direction both of them go. And unshade the neighbors. This region needs one more cell. It's not this one, because that doesn't connect over a border to anything, so it's this one that goes over to here. No neighbors shaded. Only one cell left. We now have figured out how that domino works. And in this region, there's nothing shaded yet, and we only have two possible cells, so those get shaded. Same thing happens here with these two. And the same thing happens here with these two. And in here with these two. It just keeps on happening. All right, this F has one slot left for a shaded cell, and that's going to go west to make a domino. And we've got 3 regions left to deal with. Here we've got an incomplete domino. This comes in here, and that finishes this region. So only 2 left to deal with. This area. Okay. We could put a domino here. We could put a domino here, or we could put 1 cell in each spot. Those are the three cases. If we put 1 in each spot, the one in this spot can't connect to anything over a border, so that would be broken. So it's a full domino here or a full domino here, and this one is broken because it would be next to this cell. So it is a full domino right here. And that forces this cell to go north. And we are done. And that is how you solve a supersized Norinori.